Buenos días. Bienvenidos a las Islas Canarias. Welcome to the Canary Islands. This is your host, Dave Welch, welcoming you to another edition of Let's Visit. You might ask, well, where are the Canary Islands? Well, they're only 70 miles off the coast of Africa, so stay with us. Tenerife, or Tenerife in Spanish, is one of 7 islands off the west coast of Africa. These islands are called the Canary Islands and belong to Spain. Just as North Americans travel to the Caribbean for a winter vacation, Europeans flock to the Canaries to have fun in the sun. I made my headquarters at a charming beach town called Playa de las Americas. But since I'm not one to lie around all day on a beach, my goal is to climb 13,000-foot Mount Teide. For that, I have to go to the capital city of Santa Cruz to obtain permission from the Spanish government. So let's make that our first stop on today's show. Santa Cruz is the capital of the Canaries. It was founded by the Spanish in 1493 and first became the center from which the conquest of the rest of the islands began. And later it became an important harbor and stopping off place for the Spanish fleets that sailed to America. We'll start our tour in the main square by the harbor called Plaza de España. The huge cross is a monument to those who died in the Spanish Civil War, actually launched from Tenerife by General Franco. Today, the city is a thriving center for commerce, the seat of the island's government, and a tourist center. The government buildings and churches certainly exhibit the Spanish style of architecture. The Iglesia de la Concepcion is noted for its 6-story Moorish bell tower. It was built in 1502 and reconstructed in the 17th century. Having acquired my climbing permission, I'm ready to head up to the island's huge volcano. It is truly amazing to see the vegetation and temperature change as you climb from the beach areas inland and upward towards the volcano, 13,000-foot Mount Teide. Above the tree line now, I entered a huge volcanic basin, a caldera, called Las Cañadas del Teide. It's an enormous volcanic crater in the shape of a cauldron. This crater is over 300,000 years old and has a perimeter of 45 kilometers. And in the middle of it lies Mount Teide. One of the strangest things I've ever done in all my adventures on the Let's Visit program was to drive across Las Cañadas del Teide lava field. This cauldron, or crater, has a 45-kilometer perimeter, and driving through its unworldliness is a weird experience. I've even used a bit of computer magic to show you what it would be like to drive across the moon. In the 17th and 18th centuries, the rich Spanish nobility preferred to build their stately homes in the town of La Orotava. I call this town the capital of balconies because they're everywhere, and they are beautiful. These marvelously constructed wooden and iron balconies are both outside and inside of this town's many palaces. And in spite of their age, they're used every day, decorative and practical. Diga hello.
Hello.
Okay, diga hello. Gracias.
Bravissimo.
Salute.
Since I am just off the coast of North Africa, what better way to travel than by camel? So here I go. How about this invention? A bamboo wheel filled with stones. It makes a unique sound, doesn't it? Moving up the west coast of the island, I came to Puerto de la Cruz. This city is one of the main tourist resorts of Spain. In 1648, King Philip IV of Spain turned this small town into Tenerife's most important port. Today, the city derives its wealth from the great hosts of tourists who descend on this quaint town from October to May. The hotels, restaurants, shops, and nightclubs are fabulous. In spite of being a modern resort, the city still conserves some of the buildings belonging to its historical past. One of these is the Church of Our Lady of the Peña de Francia, built in the Baroque style of the early 17th century. Architect Cesar Manrique transformed the solidified lava rocks of the shoreline into an extraordinary recreational area, complete with a huge artificial lake, restaurants, bars, solariums, and several freshwater swimming pools. I found this city packed with thousands of sun worshippers from all over Europe, and you can tell from these scenes that they were really enjoying themselves. And that's our show for today. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Tenerife on the Canary Islands. I don't know where we'll be on our next trip. I'm sure it'll be someplace exciting. So until then, this is Dave Welch, your host, saying au revoir.
Rouge with it, it always wears it. For later on when he goes down that gate on.
That's bright, that is, David.
It
That's
is.
bright. That is.
Don't look at the light, that's all.
I will not look at the light.
Don't look at the light.
So I'm about to be interrogated here, you know. Doctor!
Where were you on the night of the 25th?
I was not here. I was there. Cheers, John. God bless you. By the way, for the people that are listening in America, that was Night Nurse. Not Tia Maria.
You're never going to be a star in America if you don't start.
Well, I don't think I want to be really. I'm happy where I am. He gives me £500 a night. Why should I go to America?